Thank you so much for deciding to hang out with me today, and thank you so much for your precious time here. I really appreciate the fact that you decided to join me today. In this society, there's so much pressure to just keep going, keep going. Let's say you have bad thoughts right now. It's like society points us in a direction that if you have bad thoughts, you're supposed to just strike harder and strive forward and figure it out, figure it out. And I was always like this my whole entire life. I thought that if I just think harder, then suddenly a magical solution is going to come up and I'm finally going to start living life, or at least feel like I'm living. And it sounds very logical. It sounds like you're being productive and everything. And like I explored on my channel, it's a neuroscientific fact that when you push your brain more and more to figure out everything, the less productive you actually get. So I decided to give up. I did decide to do that, and it was the best day of my life. It was the best day of my life because I finally felt free inside. I finally started seeing solutions more clearly. I started being more productive. When I started this channel, I didn't have a clue that what this should be about. Even when I talked about feelings and emotions, happiness, life, I always tried to explore it, explore the fascinating galaxy and universe of our feelings, happiness, etc. through neuroscience. But something still felt scary about it because I always try to express my soul in a certain way, and it felt like exploring our feelings, thoughts, happiness, life through neuroscience, etc. It's the best way how to express myself. And one of the most controversial things on the internet is the usage of AI, because AI could be used in the worst possible way, where you basically remove or kill the person behind it and let AI take over. But also AI could be used in the only way how to not let AI take over our craft, lives, etc. when it gets more advanced. That is, using AI as a form of self-expression, as a tool to help you express your soul in a better way. And I might get so much hate for this, like so much hate, but try to use AI as a form of a tool to help me express my soul better. But the point here I'm talking about is that I didn't know how to not express myself, but how to make a content, or basically the right content. And when I gave up, when I let go, when I stopped pushing so much, I suddenly stumbled upon and figured out formats that made me feel better. So that's why I mentioned AI. So today, when I gave up, was the best day ever. It almost felt like I finally have my free will. I finally get to participate in life, and that's the paradox. When I finally gave up controlling everything and pushing so much, things that felt like there's no possible solutions to them ever, and there's no possible escape ever, and my life is going to be just doomed forever, they started to get more clear, etc. I only gave up like maybe 1 month ago or 2 months ago, and this is not a form of self-help. I'm just sharing a moment of my life, what happened to me, and I will see where it's going to get me. But I really wanted to share this because it's such a paradox, and it feels like when you give up of constantly pushing and pushing your mind and trying to figure out everything, it feels like your life is going to just fall apart, you're going to lose everything, and you're doomed. But that's the exact opposite for your mind. Because when your mind gets more space, and you stop pushing your mind so much, your mind gets more productive, and I actually talk about it in other videos. I always want to express a part of my soul whenever we explore our feelings, thoughts, happiness on this channel. But I still have a fear how people are going to take it, because I always use a different tone. I don't always have the same exact tone of voice. But I think this is something I could talk about for many hours, maybe like full 24 hours. But this was the best moment of my life, literally. It finally started to feel like I'm living. Not like that the life I want began, or that my life finally started to have a beginning, in a sense. But living in a way, I just actually felt more free and more in my skin. Like, more like this is actually me, and it made me more productive, everything. And this is not an advice, this is not self-help. None of my videos are lessons. None of my videos are lectures. I'm just sharing a moment of my life. I'm just sharing something that could be interesting to your heart. And I really need to mention something. Thank you so much for your precious time. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I also need to mention that feel free to hang out with me even more and explore our feelings, thoughts, emotions, happiness in life. But absolutely no pressure. Take care, especially take care. And I can't wait to catch you soon.